What's up YouTube? Iron Cognition here, and today I'm going to be discussing the top 5 exercises that you can perform with a barbell. So this is the top 5 exercises when it comes to building overall mass and adding overall mass to your frame. Who does these exercises apply to? Whether you're young, whether you're older, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, this applies to everyone who can move their body correctly. So let's get started. The first exercise is the deadlift. Now I'll be showing you examples. The deadlift is amazing for posture. Your posture, by doing the deadlift and getting better at it, will get significantly improved. You'll be walking much more up straight. Your back will be up straight. When it comes to picking up objects from the ground, since it's a functional movement, you're gonna have way more of an easy time doing that. Your body will be used to that. Here is an example of how to perform a proper deadlift.
Place your feet slightly wider than hip width, pointed straight ahead or slightly outward. Hands just outside the legs, with the shoulder blades directly over the bar and the bar located directly above mid-foot. As you lift, keep your chest high and your hips out, your back erect with a slight arch and the bar rolling up your shins and staying in line with your legs throughout the entire movement. As you start to reach the midway point of the lift, start to push the hips forward. When you reach the top position of the deadlift, hold for 2 seconds and begin lowering the bar to the bottom position, pushing the hips back while slightly bending the knees until you've returned the bar to the floor.
Now for the second exercise. This is the king for the lower body. This one is the squat. Now the squat should be performed slowly with lighter loads while you learn the technique. Get good at the technique and slowly start progressing and adding weight. You're gonna see amazing improvements when it comes to your lower body, when it comes to your legs, when it comes to your glutes, when it comes to your hamstrings. Guaranteed with the squats. Here's how to perform a proper barbell squat.
Place your feet shoulder width apart, resting the bar on your shoulders and keeping your toes at a comfortable outward position. With your chest up and pressing your hips back, begin lowering your body as if you're going to sit in a small chair. Stop the movement when the hip joint is slightly lower than the knees, and while putting pressure through the heels, lead with your chest while pushing your hips forward, using the glutes to raise yourself into the top position. Congratulations, you've just performed a rear-loaded squat. Now, here's what you want to avoid while performing the rear-loaded squat. Toes. Make sure you keep pressure through the heels throughout the whole movement. Do not let your heels rise while pushing through your toes. Round back. Keep your spine in alignment by keeping your chest up and hips back. Do not let your chest drop and cause roundness in the spine. Shoulders. Keep the bar at your upper trap shoulder level. Do not place the bar at the base of your neck. This could result in spinal injury. Knees. If your knees track inward while you're pressing upward, it's a good indication that your abductors are weak. Try pushing your knees out while you press up through the heels to make sure your knees keep tracking over your toes properly. Breath. Breathe in as you squat to the lower position and breathe out when you've reached the top position.
Number 3 on the list, we have a classic exercise for the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Now this one is the barbell bench press. Now, the barbell bench press is simply one of the most classic exercises when it comes to pushing strength, pushing power. You're gonna add a lot of mass to your chest, a lot of mass to your shoulders, a lot of mass to your triceps by becoming more and more proficient at the bench press. Keep on adding weights week to week and keep on progressing. Make sure you progress. Here is an example of a properly executed barbell bench press.
Grab the bar with a slightly outside shoulder grip, making sure your forearms are in a vertical line. Keep your hips firmly placed on the bench with a slight arch in the lower back, about the width of your hand, and your feet flat on the ground. Have your shoulders locked downward and your shoulder blades squeezed together. As you lower the bar to your sternum area, make sure your elbows and upper arms are at a 45-degree angle to your torso. Drive the bar upward, keeping your torso and legs tight. Congratulations! You've just completed the bench press and are one step closer to becoming a buff dude. Here is what not to do while performing the bench press. Keep a small arch in the lower back, pressing your upper back and hips into the bench. Do not arch your lower back too much, lifting your hips off the bench. Keep your elbows and upper arms at a 45-degree angle to your torso. Do not keep your elbows flared out wide, forcing your shoulders upward. This will put strain on the shoulder joint and could cause injury. Grab the bar with a locked grip with your thumbs firmly placed around the bar. Do not grab the bar with a suicide grip. If the bar rolls off your palms, it could cause serious injury. If you use heavy weight, use a spotter. Do not lift too much weight unassisted.
Number 4 on the list exercises, we have the barbell row. Now, the barbell row is the bench press of pulling movements. So it's gonna be working your biceps, it's gonna be working your back, your lats, of course, a bit of your traps, your forearms, all of the muscles involving pulling. By becoming more and more proficient at the barbell row, you're gonna have a bigger and wider back.
What you're going to do is you're going to approach the bar, and you're going to stand with your feet both shoulder width apart, and you're going to grab the bar just outside of shoulder width. And you're going to bend over, and you're going to maintain a 45 to 65 degree angle, and keep a slight bend in your knees. And so you can either go from here to here, okay? So I'm going to approach the bar, feet shoulder width, grabbing just outside shoulder width with my hands. And now the neutralizing muscles that are going to be engaged, which are the muscles that are going to keep me in place so there's no jutting and there's no momentum being used to actually do the exercise, are going to be my spinal erectors, my glutes, my hamstrings, my abdominals, my abductors, okay? So, going to get in place, going to pinch my shoulder blade just a little bit, maintain a neutral spine, and I'm going to pull the bar right in towards my hips, just like this. Bend over a little bit more. So you see a lot of lat engagement as I pull the bar low. If I want to switch and I want to get more engagement, activate more muscle fibers throughout my traps, my posterior delts, I'm going to pull the bar up a little bit higher, a little bit closer to my sternum. So we'll demonstrate that right now. So you see more traps, more posterior delt. And the biggest thing you guys should have noticed during this exercise was there was none of this going on. It was just straight up moving my arms up and down. So that's how you do a barbell bent over row. Hope you guys enjoyed this demonstration video. And as always, more good.
Number 5, last but not least on the list, we have the overhead press. Like the name entails, it's for pressing, pushing over the head, weight over the head. So this is a functional movement. This is a movement that you can use in your everyday life. If you want to pick up something and put it over your head on a shelf, on a counter, or whatever it may be, the overhead press got you covered. The overhead press is like the bench press, very, very good for pushing, but it focuses on the shoulders even more than the chest and the triceps. It's a shoulder exercise, but you're gonna have amazing triceps as well as upper chest from becoming more and more proficient at the overhead press.
Foot stance and grip width should be shoulder width apart. When ready to lift, put the bar high on your chest. Keep your chest up and elbows forward along with your line of sight. Squeeze your glutes and keep your back straight. Your knees and hips must remain locked through the whole movement. And as the bar passes your head, tilt your head back slightly to let the bar pass. Raise the bar until your elbows are locked. Take a deep breath from the top and fill your chest with air. Let the bar down, touching your upper chest, and repeat again. Balance is key with the overhead press. When beginning, start light, focus on your technique, and add weight progressively. You will improve. You will get better. Congratulations, you've performed the overhead press. Here is what not to do when performing the overhead press. Eyes. Keep your eyesight straight throughout the movement. Do not keep your head up and watch the bar. Elbows. Keep your elbows forward along with your line of sight. Do not keep your elbows wide through the motion. Lean. Keep your chest up and your back straight. Do not lean back too far. Range of motion. Bring the bar up and down, completing your full range of motion with each rep. Do not bounce the weight up, pressing with your legs. Nothing builds your body like the overhead press.
So become good at all 5 of these lifts, starting with the deadlift, the squat, the bench press, the overhead press, the barbell row. When you become good at these 5 lifts, you're gonna see that your body will start changing. You're gonna add a lot of mass to your overall body. Hope you keep that information into mind, you apply it, you get to work, and you get your results. Iron Recognition, peace out, like, comment, and subscribe.